the channel, guys. Today we are here at the PRI Show 2025, and where better to start than the Randy's Transmissions booth. They've been a long-time partner of our channel. They've got some really cool products coming out, so make sure you're paying attention to this entire video. We're going to check out all kinds of really cool stuff, from big, huge billet aluminum diesel raising engines to all kinds of really cool high horsepower gas stuff, to some other really cool products that have been released in the industry, so make sure you pay attention. We're working a lot with Randy's next year in the 2026 race season because we're going to be getting back into the automotive side of things, and they just have some really cool products. Check this out. This is the billet backing plate for the new 8-speed Dodge transmissions. They have their very own custom converter. This is a serious piece of steel, guys. No freaking joke. Innovation. They are leading the way. Now, this is something we can only dream of having in our shop one day, where we can literally just punch in a few numbers and print out whatever we want or machine it. This is a 5-axis CNC machine. Check that out. CNC porting a LS cylinder head. I don't think it's actually cutting right now. They're just kind of demonstrating what it can do. Look at that. Isn't that crazy?
That is wild.
Wow. So much happening all at once. All the moving parts. You've got a table down here moving, you've got a lathe moving, and you've got the rotor head up there moving up and down and side to side. That's crazy. Now let's try to find a finished product of what that would look like when it's done. What does that one got on there? Check that out, another cylinder head. That's wild, isn't it?
That is sick.
Right here's the programming right here, all the coding. Hit the big red stop button.
Oh no.
No, let's not do that. But here, look, here's what they look like. Right there is what it's doing. Look at all that right there, all this. Perfect circle engines. Pretty crazy. Mini Superflow dyno.
That's cool.
Ryan, what could you do with this if you had it?
I'd be topping it out for sure.
Look, it's actually like doing something.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
What? So the Superflow dyno is what, we'll throw a clip up here on the screen when we dynoed our little Dodge pickup when at Blake Fitzgerald's last show. This thing monitors everything. Look, it's monitoring RPM, horsepower, mile per hour. This thing making 15 horsepower right now.
Hit the throttle real quick.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Wow. Look at the size of these 3D printers right here. Ultrasonic cleaner.
Stick your hand in there.
It won't hurt. It'll just make your hand really clean. Look at this though.
Dude, that's nuts.
Holy crap. If Aaron was here, he'd be losing his mind right now seeing this.
That's massive.
Let's see how much longer it's got left. Time left, 1 hour. So that thing's printing fast. Dang. Look at this one over here cranking.
That's sick.
Hell yeah, it is. It's incredible. Even the TV mount's 3D printed. They're using 3D printing for everything around here. Intakes, valve covers, business card holder. Wow. So, we need a TIG welder. Why? Because we have lots of aluminum stuff to fab up between our race trucks and whatever else, and I'd like to learn to do it myself. So one thing we're going to be buying today is a new TIG welder. But we have Miller, we have Lincoln, and we have Everlast. And I've heard a lot of good things about Everlast, so let's talk to all three. There's just so many things to figure out. So much.
Just gotta pick your
Which one do
color.
we need? We want a green, blue, or red one? All right, so you guys remember when we were at Industrial Injection, they had a sim tester similar to this, but it was like ancient.
Very old.
But it still worked. It still worked. But here's a newer version of one. You can see that drive shaft come out of the front, and it connects to the crank on that thing, and he's about to start it right here. So they've got all kinds of sensors watching oil pressure, everything. This thing, look, it's purging the oil system now. About to cheech it to life. This thing's monitoring and watching a lot of stuff. Look at that.
It's just doing an oil flow test right now. Make sure it's got oil flowing properly through everything.
$50 RPM. Now imagine 10 times that.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm sorry, 100 times that.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, here you go. What do you think?
I'm gonna give her a rip, I guess.
Is this all you right here or what?
I'm not sure if I can even fit in the thing.
Shoot, you definitely ain't fitting in it. Look at that.
That is wild.
Blown Hemi. That's the real deal here. Hopefully Villa's watching this, because Villa from Finland was supposed to come over here, but he came down with the flu. I think he was being a little sissy boy.
Super bummed.
And he's missing all this cool stuff. So we're gonna make sure he sees all the cool stuff in this video and sees what he's missing. But you know what? He still flew over to the U.S. He'll probably be in the U.S. tonight to go to a hockey game tomorrow
Oh, what the
in
heck?
Texas. He says he might come see us next week, so we'll see. But Carlisle has rebranded. Now they're all green instead of blue. Look at all
I like
that.
green.
Yeah, good. All right, so we're looking at welders, and our Miller welder is like $2,600 for an entry-level TIG welder. Everlast is like $1,800. We only stop over here at this booth called Light Weld, which is a handheld laser welder. And basically you just point it and weld, and look at this stuff. Isn't that crazy? But it takes very little to learn. But the entry price is like 18 grand. So maybe it'd be cheaper for us just to learn how to TIG versus buying something you don't have to learn. So something we do need to get our hands on is a fire suit because of the racing and, well, racing in general, sled pulling, stuff like that. It's very dangerous, and I want to protect myself from my wife and kids. But I think we found some stuff here. So this stuff is like printed on, but they have what's called a sublimation over here, a fire suit. Maybe we need to go in for the cameraman. You get in some certain positions, you're like, I could use some safety.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Definitely up close.
Wendy's, they've got like the apron on and everything. I think one would like buy a tractor on the side of it would be super sick.
That'd be pretty cool.
Hell yeah. So fire suit's definitely on the list. We got their information. But now we need to find a fire suppression system for the semi-truck. Because fire suppression system, if the thing catches on fire for like $700 to $1,000, I think, we can protect our entire investment instead of losing a $100,000 race truck. So let's go find a fire suppression system for the Kenworth, maybe even the burnout truck. All right, so we're over here at the Fast Fuel Systems booth. They have been a long time partner of our channel in doing stuff. And here is a direct example of what they do. And I love how they have AirDog here, which is a like direct competitor, and they're showing the differences in what these will do. And look, the biggest thing with Fast Fuel Systems is not only filtration, but it is also removing air from your fuel, which harms your fuel injection system. Look how crystal clear this is. Then you have your AirDog right here. There's a reason they call it AirDog, because it puts air in your fuel. Oh boy, they have some really cool stuff here. They have got a truck over there. They make suspension components, all kinds of cool stuff. All right, we're over in the diesel corner. We have Fleece Performance over here. We've got D&J, but we also have S&S. And the reason we're here, I want to show you guys, is my buddy Rodrigo, his Corvette drag car, diesel powered, is insane. Full billet aluminum block. Check that out. This thing's the real deal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
So he has a fire suppression system on here, and about a year and a half, 2 years ago, he was at our local drag strip in Crossville, and this thing actually caught fire. If he didn't have the fire suppression system on it, this whole entire car would not be here today. It took a lot of rebuilding, but it saved literally the $500,000 car from going up in flames and being gone from existence permanently. Look at that custom exhaust manifold, though. This thing sounds absolutely mental. We'll try to find some videos and put on the screen too. This thing making passes, it does not sound like a diesel car, and it barely even smokes, like, at all. But they're also spraying an absolutely insane amount of nitrous to make this thing function and make over 3,000 horsepower.
Pretty cool.
We got to go find some fire suppression systems. All right, so our next stop over here is Apex Turbo. And as you guys know, we've been running Apex Turbos on our big rig semi. And we've actually talked to them. We're about to revive our Mahindra tractor. That we put the turbo on. Ryan, throw up a clip.
All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to be running one of their little itty bitty turbos. But these are the guys that we run on our semi. And they make big turb skis. 3,600 horsepower capable turbo there. These over here are even bigger. These have water cooled capability, 5.5 inch. Look at that.
Huge.
How much horsepower does that make?
A lot.
All of it. It's all of it, Ryan. There's a little baby turbo over here. I think it would look sick on our Mahindra. Come here, look. Look at this. 800 horsepower capable. Imagine our little Mahindra tractor making from 60 to 800 horsepower.
That'd be
I don't
wild.
think that's possible, but at least we'd have the capability of it. At least we would have the ability to think we could do it. All right, so a longtime partner and people we work with a lot is boltsandnuts.com, which is our buddy Andy. We haven't seen him in probably a few years, so we're going to surprise him.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I lost my voice.
Seems like he loses his voice at every show.
Every show.
So we have this kit, similar to it in our shop. We've had it for a few years, and it's like empty. So we got to strike a deal with Andy to get that thing back full again of hardware because we need some. But he has grown tremendously. All over this. You guys need any hardware at your home shop or anything like that? These are the guys to go to. All right, guys, so we made over here to Fireball, which we talked about a fire suppression system for the semi.
I don't need
Cost versus buying this versus buying the most. So tell me about this 10-pound bottle that we're gonna put in the truck.
What did you get? Got a 10-pound inflatable belt. Oh, it's just
It's the
standard,
jack off 9. I mean, it's
you got 3 nozzles, 3 manual nozzles, you know.
So what does it do exactly? So,
Well, you plumb it up and you get one on the engine bay, one on you, and one on the fuel cell maybe, or 2 in the engine bay, whatever you want to do.
that's manually activated?
Yeah, it's manually activated. It's a pull cable.
So a lot of people are going to this now, it seems like, lately,
Yeah.
with all the fires that are happening and stuff like that.
So people getting burned up, you know. Come burned vegetables. You need something to protect you.
Turn it into a french fry.
Yeah, you know. Sometimes it saves equipment in the process. Right?
Yeah, so
You
what
know.
comes with it?
Well, you get 3 nozzles, you get your brass, you get your bracketry, you get a pull cable, you get aluminum tubing. You know, it's pretty simple.
Are these refillable?
Yeah, we refill
re-
them twice, and with the 10 pounders, we can refill them twice.
So they just ship it to you then? Is that how it works? Or?
Yes. So it's $450 for a 10 pounder, $250 to refill.
So you just
5.
point this like right on top of the engine area and just let it.
Yeah, you can kind of like park them above maybe a fuel rail or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where the fire's most likely to start.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So probably on top of the exhaust manifold somewhere.
Right, and then we recommend one under the steering column pointing at your chest.
All right. Well,
They got a nice spread on them. Those nozzles got a nice spread.
keeps it spread out.
Yeah.
There you have it. And a manual pull cable. So this is the only pull when there's a fire,
Yes.
or it's gonna make a huge mess.
Or maybe if you're wanting like save weight and you're going across the fence line, maybe get a little bit out of it.
All right. Well, we're signing up for it. All right. We stopped over here at the ARP booth. Everybody runs ARP stuff. Look at that head bolt. Dang. Oh, look at this. This is what's cool. 4,000 horsepower, 12 valve couplers. All billet. Super stock. It's the real deal. Look at that little tiny gearbox, just for forward and reverse. That's it. That's all you need. Wow. Look at the cylinder, man, dude. It's billet steel. It's crazy.
The whole thing.
Such a high-powered small package. Air cooler. 3 spinny windies. Guys, here we are. We are the end of the show. We didn't get a lot of content, but here's all the cool content. See all these stuff start up and leave. So sick. Got the Lightning McQueen Viper. Look at this thing.
Oh, dude.
Here we go. I mean, you gotta do it. That's how we roll here, Redline Motorsports Media.
Well, guys, we're back to the shop in the swing of things. We have so much going on here, so much to catch up with. We've got some ideas on what we're going to do on our hybrid Peterbilt to make it run and work again, but you have to wait for the next few videos. So hope you guys enjoyed our trip to PRI. We made lots of great relationships there and partnerships looking forward to for the 2026 race season. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe, and tell me what you thought was cool in this video. We'll see you later. Peace.